know the magic which the Emperor put into Narnia at the very beginning, you know that every traitor belongs to me as my lawful prey, and that for every treachery, I have a right to a kill.
Oh, so that's how you came to imagine yourself a queen, eh? Because you were the Emperor's hangman, I see.
Peace, Beaver.
Yes, certainly.
And so, that human creature is mine. His life is forfeit to me. His blood is my property.
Come and take it, then.
Fool! Do you really think your master can rob me of my rights by mere force? He knows the deep magic better than that. He knows that unless I have blood, as the law says, all Narnia will be overturned and perish in fire and water.
It is very true. I do not deny it.
Oh, Aslan, can't we... I mean, you won't, will you? Can't we do something about the deep magic? Isn't there something you can work against it?
Work against the Emperor's magic? No. Fall back, all of you. I will talk to the witch alone.
Oh, Edmund!
It was a terrible time, this. Waiting and wondering while the lion and the witch talked earnestly together in low voices. The beavers stood holding each other's paws with their heads bowed. The centaurs stamped uneasily with their hoofs. But everyone became perfectly still in the end.
You can all come back. I have settled the matter. She has renounced the claim on your brother's blood.
But how do I know this promise will be kept?
And now for the boy himself.
Yes, Aslan?
Son of Adam, are you ready to undo the wrong that you have done to my sweet country of Narnia on the very day of its birth?
Well, I don't see what I can do. You see, the Queen ran away and...
I asked, are you ready?
Yes. But please, please, won't you... Can't you give me something that will cure my mother?
Up until then, Diggory had been looking at the lion's great front feet and the huge claws on them. Now, in his despair, he looked up at its face. What he saw surprised him as much as anything in his whole life, for the tawny face was bent down near his own, and wonder of wonders, great shining tears stood in the lion's eyes. They were such big, bright tears compared with Diggory's own, that for a moment he felt as if the lion must really be sorrier about his mother than he was himself.
My son. My son. I know. Grief is great. Only you and I in this land know that yet. Let us be good to one another. But I have to think of hundreds of years in the life of Narnia. The witch whom you have brought into this world will come back to Narnia again, but it need not be yet. It is my wish to plant in Narnia a tree that she will not dare to approach, and that tree will protect Narnia from her for many years. So this land shall have a long, bright morning before any clouds come over the sun. You must get me the seed.
And instantly
there was total darkness. Stand back.
Everyone except Aslan jumped back from the ice-cold air, which now blew through the doorway. Its edges were already covered with icicles.
Peter, High King of Narnia, shut the door.
Yes, Aslan.
Now lock it with the golden key.
Yes, Aslan. There.
Come further in. Come further up.
I don't think we'll be able to follow him at that speed. We'll follow as best we can.
So, night falls on Narnia.
Yes.
Oh, Lucy, you're not crying. With Aslan ahead and all of us here?
I'm sure it is not wrong to mourn for Narnia. Think of all that lies dead, frozen, behind that door.
Yes. And I did hope that it might go on forever. I knew our world couldn't, but I did think Narnia might.
I saw it begin. I did not think I would live to see it die.
No.
Sirs, the ladies do well to weep. I have seen my mother's death. What world but Narnia have I ever known? It would be a great discourtesy if we did not mourn.
They walked away from the door and away from the dwarfs who still sat crowded together in their imaginary stable. And as they went, they talked to one another about old wars and old peace and ancient kings and all the glories of Narnia, now gone.
What's that shadow crawling in front of us? It's his shadow.
What?
I do believe you're right, Lou. I can't think how I didn't see it before. But where's he?
With his shadow, of course. Can't you see him?
Well, I almost thought I did. For a moment. It's such bad light.
Oh, get on, King Edmund, get on.
But it's so steep. I'm liable to fall.
Oh, do stop grousing, Susan. Give me your hand. Why, a baby could get down here.
Listen!
In a few minutes, they were at the bottom, and the roaring of water filled their ears. Treading delicately like a cat, Aslan stepped from stone to stone across the stream. In the middle, he stopped, bent down to drink, and as he raised his shaggy head, dripping from the water, he turned to face them again.
It's him! I see him! Oh, Aslan!
What?
You see Peter?
Where?
He stopped for a drink, but now he's moving up the far side of the rush.
I think I saw something, but it's so tricky in the moonlight. On we go, though, and 3 cheers for Lucy. I don't feel half so tired now, either.
Aslan, without hesitation, led them to their left, farther up the gorge. The whole journey was odd and dreamlike. The roaring stream, the wet grass, the shimmering cliffs which they were approaching. And always the glorious, silently pacing beast ahead.
Wait! There he is! I see him now!
Oh, Peter!
Presently they came to another steep path up the face of the farther precipices. These were far higher than the ones they'd just descended, and the journey up them was a long and tedious zigzag. Lucy was alarmed when the tail and hind legs of Aslan disappeared over the top, but with one last effort, she scrambled after him and came out, rather shaky-legged and breathless, on the hill they had been trying to reach ever since they left Glasswater. The long, gentle slope stretched up to where it vanished in a glimmer of trees about half a mile away. It was the hill of the stone table. The others climbed up behind her, and they walked after Aslan.
If only you knew what my life has been like.
Tell me.
Well, I'm no better than an orphan. I've never known my real mother, nor father, and I was brought up by a cruel fisherman. And then, finally, I was able to escape. But for what? To get chased by lions, and get mistaken for someone else in Tash Barn, and get frightened half to death by some beasts near the tombs, and suffer from heat and thirst in the desert, and then, just as we're about to reach our goal, get chased by another lion, who wounded poor Aravis, and now I'm lost and miserable.
I do not call you unfortunate.
Don't you?
No.
But what about all my trouble? If nothing else, it was bad luck to meet so many lions. Most people wouldn't even meet one in a lifetime. And I met at least 4.
Oh.
Maybe more.
You met only one lion.
What on earth do you mean? I just told you. There were at least 2 the first night, and...
Oh, there was only one. But he was swift of foot.
How do you know?
I was the lion.
But...
I was the lion who forced you to join with Aravis. I was the cat who comforted you among the tombs. I was the lion who drove the jackals from you while you slept. I was the lion who gave the horses the new strength of fear for the last mile so that you should reach King Loon in time. And I was the lion. You do not remember who pushed the boat in which you lay, a child near death, so that it came to shore where a man sat, wakeful at midnight, to receive you.